Yes.
And then my mind wants to make a story of it.
Yes, yes.
I
It's
don't
got
know what
nothing
say.
to do with him. Nothing to do with him. When the
No.
mind speaks, doesn't mean you must speak. If you identify too strong with this identity, then it's like when you sit, he sits. When you stand up, he stands up. When you turn left, he turns left. You don't need this relationship. You can be without this identity, but it cannot be without you. You are just like the space in which all of this is taking place. You see? But you can still say it's your legs that's moving. It's okay. It's your senses and so on.
But it also feels like I need to make an effort to not go after the thoughts.
For a while, in the beginning, because like a reflex, something keeps moving back in the old position of the old regime, like that. You see? Because it has been a habit for a while. So for a while, the counter habit is not to be the self, like, become the self, but more to keep out the tendency, to watch the tendency to go back to the old mindset. Just you need to watch this tendency, and you don't have to do anything for the self. As soon as you keep noticing that I don't have to go with that, you'll find that you're in the natural state more and more. And also this becomes not you being in the natural state, gradually it's just you in and as the natural state, and then you as the natural state. Then like this, it just happened. Because it is the way it is, but because habit has created a wrong identity, and so somehow to correct that somehow, the what you may call the impulse to keep going back into this, you have to be a bit vigilant. And grace is helping you, aren't you? Because you experience what it is like to be without that identity. You see? You feel lifted. You feel lifted, you see? And you're in a higher state. Naturally, you will feel much better, no?
Thank you.
Yes, yes. It feels good?
Much better.
Yes, yes, yes. And it is not, it's not just a feel-good moment. You understand? This is not just it's not just feel-good moment. It is an introduction to your natural state, which by itself is not fading. It doesn't fade. You see? Why the feeling of fading come is because something keeps going back to the old mentality, the old mindset. You see? And then you feel, oh, I lost that. But it's not that it cannot be lost. It's just here.
I can see that.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It is always here. It is always your base.
You show me something. In
Yes,
this
it is your base.
thing.
It's what you are. Choicelessly you are this. But choicefully, you identify with something and it gives a certain kind of feeling. So this you will watch just for a bit. Because your urge for freedom will give you the motivating force to transcend this. It will not be long. It just somehow, you see. But it starts your freedom. Already you are free. What you are experiencing now, you are free. But still something is still maybe feel a bit delicate, because the mind has just been fired. But it's going to keep on showing up for work. You see, but hang on a second, but I fired you, no? And he will say, no, you were just thinking about it. And no? So you may have to remember, no, I fire you, and I've got no business with you. So for a while, a bit of vigilance, natural vigilance, will be there just to ensure that this complacency doesn't slip back in again. It's just like that. And how much energy we have spent on ridiculous things, spend a little energy on yourself, and it will pay tenfold, you see, because you start to love your freedom, love your space, you see, and see that it is incomparable Nothing can replace or give you this immensity of being and joy like that, you see.
And is it possible to be like this every day?
I am. Yeah, but not by effort. If every morning I had to get into my, enlightenment mode, and I couldn't do it. Then it would not be natural. It would mean that there is a condition. I have to do this and this and then. And the self is not and then. The mind is and then. You see, it's natural state. You're a natural state. You see, the ego has simulated that your natural state is to be concerned about life and to be worried and to what's going to happen today. That is not your natural state. That's your most unnatural state. But by habit, it seems to be the norm.
I'm seeing also in my life this pattern of being in this cycle, like these difficulties and bad experience, like take me out of my mind, and I'm letting go things, and then I feel this spaciousness, and then things turning up to be very great and beautiful, and then I want to hold on to that, and then the cycle start again, and I start to feel.
Is it true for the place you are now? Is there any cycle there? In this place of pure being, is there any cycle there?
No, this is my mind talking.
Your mind talking,
Yes.
you see? This is why I say the vigilance is to watch your mind. Your mind is going to keep coming in, you see, and try to whisper something, Sometimes I'm like this. And you start to think, yeah, sometimes I'm like this. You see? And you are going to catch it. Grace will help you to catch this out. And then don't follow. You don't have to complete what you have started. You can cut him there. In mid-flight, cut him. Just pull your attention back away.
But it's not so easy because you need the mind to organize some things and do some
this
things.
is different. Practical mind is okay. Practical mind is necessary. Even the sages have to use practical mind. But practical mind does not leave any footprints in the consciousness. It doesn't leave any bad smell. It's this psychological side of the mind. Because you are using it in the realm of your identity. Then this is the bit that creates all the confusion, because you are not the mind in that way. Or rather, the mind now must come and take the darshan of your heart. The heart is the mind's guru. He has to come and prostrate to the heart. Then this is a correct relationship. You see? But you don't have to somehow keep, appeasing the mind. You don't transcend the mind by appeasing the mind, by pleasing the mind, because he can't be pleased. The belly of the mind is never full. You cannot please him.
But it feels like the mind wants to help all the time, and
Has it helped?
no, it didn't. But
You better
it's
kick that
talking
butt.
all the time. It's like it's always is this noise. I don't know how to avoid this. And it feels like it's myself also.
It has been talking because you have identified as a person. And the two, they go together. It has been talking like that. You see? It will not go to a place which does not indulge this activity. It will not stay there.
So how to break this identity with the person? I think this is the stronger
as the self that I point you.
as the self.
Yes, in that place. You must do it. Just keep recognizing. Don't stay as a self like a person staying as a self. A person cannot stay as a self. Recognize that when you look from the place of no identity, then you can see everything. You see, they're happening, but they're not happening to me. They're just a kind of happening.
Yes.
But when there's a person there, it's like happening to me. And if it's happening to me, it's like, no, I don't like that. I have to change this and I have to change that. And it's a much more volatile, much more acid state. You change that immediately when you start to look as consciousness. This is what has happened, you see.
Yes.
But so quick already, something is trying to come back in, you see, come back in. And you allow space for him to come in. Like you still feel that there's some value in your psychological mind. Whereas in the practical need and use of mind, you don't have to make a special place for that. Automatically, your beingness will take care of the use of the mind. Don't be a person trying to balance the mind with the heart. Nobody can do it. It's a complete waste of time. No one can do it. Because the one who is trying to do it is the cause of the imbalance in the first place. There's a feeling like you cannot do without your identity, and it's a mistake. Discover yourself as the self, and then let your localized identity as a person just be something like a t-shirt you wear. People can talk, oh, you remember when we were at school and we're doing, you understand this. You say, oh, yeah, yes, good. But you won't indulge that. You won't wrap yourself in it. It's such a shallow thing. And yet we protect it with, it's like it brings you into time. Let you live in time and die in time. Whereas in your heart, and you understand what I'm speaking, you realize you are imperishable. It's not a belief. You come to see the conviction is within the state itself. All are living under this spell, under this hypnosis, in believing that you're merely your body, mind, and your conditioning. You think yourself you're a woman, and you're this age, and you better meet a partner before you get too old, and all this kind of stuff is inside your head. You do not need it. You do not need it. It's messing up your life to live in this way. Free yourself from all of that. Free yourself from all of that. And then you see what the universe brings by itself. No matter how much control you think you have, you cannot do, if you had the license and the power to create exactly the life you think is good for you, it would not compare with the life that unfolds by the grace of the self. It cannot compare with it. Anyway, you've been having a go anyway, no?